Hi everyone, this is Lychee from the Ivy Lychee channel, and today we are going to be watching a super exciting match from week 1, day 1 of the brand new Autumn IVL season. This is going to be WBG Weibo Gaming versus Wolves. So let's go ahead and see what we have here in round 1. Looks like Red Church is going to be the map pick here, and survivors have started to choose their characters as well. So we have the coordinator and psychologist coming in as the first two picks. That means that they won't be able to be played anymore in subsequent rounds. Following that, we have the lawyer, who has become ever so popular nowadays, this lawyer here. So, it looks like they're going to come in with Wildling as that last pick. This is quite interesting as well. Looks like Mercenary was banned, but they chose Wildling over something like First Officer. I have noticed in the other matches where they oftentimes in round 1 have to face Opera Singer, and Opera Singer doesn't mind picking characters like Mercenary and First Officer as the first chase target. So perhaps this Wildling will be a little bit more of a deterrent than that Mercenary and First Officer would. He does have certain advantages over those two rescuers. For example, his boar is rechargeable, so even if he does end up being chased in the early game and chaired, he potentially does have more rebound kite potential because he has his boar available later on as well. All right, for Alex's pick here, Hunter on WBG, wow, that is crazy to see that. I mean, it's just... It feels so strange to be seeing him as WBG's Hunter since he's been Wolves' Hunter for so long. We saw that he chose the Opera Singer, but, like I was saying, to see him on WBG and going against Wolves is going to probably trip me up so much as I do this commentary and reacting to the match, just because I'm so used to seeing him as the Hunter for Wolves. I'm sure many of you know he used to be the Hunter for Wolves and has won several championships with Wolves, including IVL and Call of the Abyss championships. And then he went off to finish his studies for a bit before coming back to the professional scene and now plays for WBG. So we are going to see him go up against his old team, Wolves, in this match here. On the Wolves side, we actually did see some survivor lineup changes as well. We had some veteran players who stayed with the team, such as 487 and Jelly, but we also have some other survivors who came in from other teams and joined Wolves as well, including 11 and Guag here, who is a little bit newer, relatively newer to the Wolves team here. So we'll see how their teamwork pans out with their new survivor lineup. As far as the traits here, we see that Opera Singer does have Blink along with Trump Card and Detention. She is a very strong chase hunter, so I am sure that Blink will help her improve her chase speed even more. All right, let's go ahead and get into the match, and I'm super excited to see how it goes. All right, here we have it. Opera Singer is heading towards the graveyard area of the map. It looks like this is Psychologist who is going to end up taking the first chase here. She does have the ability to take 3 hits, so hopefully she can buy a little bit of time for her team. Looks like they're heading around the pallet area. Opera Singer having some minor difficulties getting around these pesky pumpkins in the graveyard area. Oh, going around the pallet. Oh, so Opera Singer actually did a very nice speed boost as she went around the pallet there in order to get that first hit on the Psychologist. All right, continuing this chase here in the graveyard, looks like the Psychologist is transitioning a little bit to this wall area with the window. Unable to get any hit on the window, Opera Singer now going back, trying to cut off Psychologist from the other direction here. Not bad from the Psychologist so far. She can take 2 more hits as well. And Opera Singer perhaps temporarily overshooting a bit, temporarily losing track of the Psychologist, but we can see that she is catching up quite quickly. Blink is now available for this Opera Singer as well. So as far as the Psychologist kite goes, it is almost 3 ciphers. I would say that the best thing she can do is to eat out this Blink right now. Force the Hunter to utilize the Blink if she can. 1 more hit that is taken, and still able to buy a little bit more time. Pretty good so far on the Psychologist. Ooh, Blink does end up taking her down at last. And we see that about 3 ciphers are done now. She is going to go on this chair in the graveyard area. definitely not bad for first kite by a psychologist. All right, so now the camping phase of the game begins. Opera Singer does have quite a lot of mobility, but I think Psychologist did a good job of keeping her contained in this graveyard area. Like, even now, she's not really super close to her teammate ciphers, so Opera Singer can't really go out to pressure any ciphers right now, especially since the wildling has come close by to rescue as well. Let's see if he can get this rescue off. A little bit of mind game at the chair. Did get a hit on the wildling, but he does manage to rescue, so we have Psychologist now. On Ty Turner. Oh, a couple of nice jukes there, but she manages to vault the pallet. The Opera Singer manages to get the hit as she vaults that pallet. So in the end, she does go down. We see that she's going to go down in the corner here on the adjacent side of the map. All right, Psychologist going on the chair right now. Teammates are kind of spread out across the map here. We see that Guaga, the lawyer here, he is still dutifully decoding on his side of the map. The other two survivors, it looks like Jelly is going to come by. The coordinator shooting the hunter to make sure that she doesn't get cut off before she can rescue. And now running towards the chair, Opera Singer is hot on her tail, catching up to this coordinator, but she should still be able to get a pretty standard rescue. Oh, does get that rescue and can even take a body block perhaps. Oh, Psychologist does go down though, so did not succeed at body block. This pallet, my little pallet trick here also didn't work out, so we are going to see Psychologist go onto the chair. Last cipher is about 80%, so it's a little bit unfortunate they couldn't save the Psychologist, but now we're probably looking at more like a tie situation for the survivors, I would say, since they are 3 survivors at Endgame. Okay. Coordinator here looks like she's going to be the one to take the last kite here, and ciphers just got primed. Opera Singer is going to go ahead and preemptively break some pallets here so that she doesn't have a good chance to kite at endgame. And let's see where this cipher pop is going to happen. They have somebody stationed at the gate already as well. Ooh, taking the hit here. Cipher pops. All right. Let's see where... Ooh, teleport is going to come in. Teleporting to the gate, and this is the lawyer, and he goes down. My gosh, that was a very quick down right after the teleport. There is so much going on in this game here. But now lawyer is going to be the one going onto the chair. And it looks like the other 2 survivors are at the other gate. I see Wildling on his boar. Opera Singer is going to make her way over there. She is zooming very quickly from shadow to shadow, heading towards the gate. Can she make it to the gate in time? It is going to be close here. Oh my gosh. Whoa, okay. Wildling goes down at the gate. Oh my gosh. My gosh. He actually, he couldn't get out of the gate in time. That is unfortunate for the Wildling because we did see him, he was on his boar, but by the time he got off his boar at the gate, I mean, he didn't have any more boar to utilize, basically, by the time that gate was open. So he unfortunately got down by the hunter while they're trying to squeeze through that exit gate. So this actually turned into a 3-survivor elimination situation for Alex. That is fairly impressive here, coming in with round 1, a 3-survivor elimination. All right, so that was quite an exciting game. I feel like there's a lot going on in that game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next match and see what these 2 teams can do once their survivors and hunter factions switch. Here we are. This is the second half of round 1. And we now have Wolves Hunter Choi as the round 1 hunter for Wolves here, and then we have WBG's survivors up as well. WBG here with their picks, we see that the female dancer and acrobat were the first 2 picks this time, with mercenary coming in as the rescuer. So it looks like they still have one last pick. Lawyer is still available if they do want to go lawyer, or they could potentially choose a stunner character instead, since so far there's no stunner. Coordinator is still available on the stunner side. I do see that Antiquarian has been banned already. Oh, it looks like Coordinator is actually going to be the last ban, so she's not going to be an option. All right, so we'll see what they decide to do for the last pick here. Oh, it is going to be the patient. So we're not going to see a lawyer come in from WBG side. They're going to go with that patient instead, who can buy a little bit more distance and transition a bit more easily here. All right. Well, it looks like they have some more characters that are leaning towards the kiting side of the spectrum, I would say. And like I mentioned, no stunner characters. We'll see if the hunter from Wolves also decides to go with the opera singer. I think I actually saw the image of the opera singer on stage already, although it's not showing in this band pick, this little band pick bar at the bottom here. We did see opera singer hovering around on the stage, so this looks like it might potentially be an opera singer from his side as well, which, you know, is no surprise. He does play, of course, other hunters, but opera singer is quite strong right now, so we're pretty much seeing hunters prioritize opera singer over their usual specialty hunters, it seems like. All right, although I will have to say I would love to see Choai's clown at some point, his smiley face, because he is a really good smiley face player. But in this match, I would kind of probably expect to see the opera singer come out instead, taking the meta taking precedent in this situation. All right, and you know, we did see a really strong performance from the opera singer in the first half of this round, so hopefully for Wolves team, Choai is able to match that performance as well. As far as the survivors, here we are. This does confirm that the opera singer is going to be the hunter in this match. No surprise there. All right, let's see how WBG does going against this hunter here. We do have a female dancer with support here, which means if they decide to help out their teammates a bit, it could work out in their favor, but it could also potentially lead to less time spent decoding or leading the hunter around to each other's ciphers. So that is something to watch out for as well. But in general, if played right, I think she can be a really strong supporter in this type of situation against this hunter. Okay, spawn point selection here. I think it's a little bit similar to the last round here. We have the opera singer spawning in the corner, so this is closest to, I guess, mercenary or acrobat, but we'll see if he decides to go with acrobat this time as opposed to chasing the rescuer. Whew, all right. Well, let's see what they decide to go with for their trait selection here. Tide Turner on Mercenary, we have 3 knee-jerk reflexes as expected. And on the Hunter here, it is Trump Card, Detention, and Abnormal. My gosh, Abnormal is coming in here. So this is quite interesting as well, because we saw GR versus GG earlier, and GG's Hunter also brought Abnormal on his opera singer. However, he didn't use Abnormal for the entire match because it just did not end up being a situation that was good for him to use Abnormal in. So let's see if this time Abnormal can play a bigger role. I think it really depends on, first of all, whether or not the kiter leads the hunter towards his teammate ciphers or her teammate ciphers, because that allows the hunter to Abnormal as he goes past the teammate cipher. Or also second is, sometimes if the first kiter kites a really long time, then by the time that he goes down, all the other ciphers, like the other 3 survivor ciphers, are already popped. And of course, there's nothing that the hunter can do with Abnormal when the cipher is already popped. So that could be another situation that happens, depending on how this first kite goes. Let's see if Long can pull off a good first kite and prevent the hunter from abnormaling his teammate ciphers. Okay, we are going to go ahead and see a stun on the opera singer here very early on into the match. Opera singer here going to dash to try to close in on this acrobat. All right. Acrobat here utilized a bomb. Pretty good area for the bomb, actually, because it was like a choke point almost, where the hunter had to go through that bomb. And ooh, okay, another bomb utilized here. A very nice kite so far from Long's acrobat. Now he is vaulting towards the middle of the map. Let's see how he can do. Oh, a terror shock here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, Patient here takes a hit as well. Oh, okay, that is not good for the survivor side. Long here goes down at the patient cipher and patient gets hit, and it looks like this is the basement as well. Oh my gosh. Things are not going well for WBG. At first, things were going very well for the acrobat, and then suddenly they are going not so well, and unfortunately, he is chased in the basement, chaired in the basement here. So, oh, that was an abnormal on that cipher there as well. So yeah, he died at the patient cipher, and that gave the hunter the opportunity to abnormal. So adding insult to injury there. Choi here looks like he is prepared for a drop hit. That drop hit does not land, gets hit on the mercenary who dashes in there for the rescue. Does get this rescue off and activates the tide turner. Let's see if acrobat continues to be chased. He's going to go upstairs and continue to chase this acrobat. Oh, looks like he was predicting the acrobat would go to the pallet here. But in the end, acrobat here is going to die as tide turner ends, and he is going to go on his second chair. Well, at least it's not the basement this time. Female dancer does have some boxes set up in this area here, but it looks like the hunter is going to go ahead and destroy those. Survivor teammates are pretty far out. We can see that 2 of them are healing up. The female dancer is also not nearby as well. Looks like this is potentially going to be a sacrifice of the acrobat back to the manor. And take a look at that cipher progress. We have, not even 2 ciphers popped because of that abnormal. So we can see that that abnormal so far seems like it's been working out well in the hunter's favor. All right, so he is now on to the second chase here. Oh, zooming ahead here, who will become the next target? It looks like Juan was giving off some alerts to the hunter. However, the hunter is going to go over to the cipher that was worked on by Survivor. Oh, that is another abnormal. These ciphers are just unable to move, and a hit on the mercenary as well. Looks like mercenary is potentially going to take the next kite here. That cipher progress, my gosh, is not looking well. Elbow pad was used by the mercenary here. Oh, that was a nice one from the hunter. That was like, he used his skill very well to cut off the mercenary on the other side of the pallet there. And the mercenary ends up going down right now. So it is going to be mercenary on to the chair, and that cipher progress is quite spread out on their last 4 cipher. Oh my gosh, last 4 ciphers. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have somebody crouched nearby. I think that's a patient. Patient potentially gearing up for a rescue. He is spotted out by the hunter, utilizes the hook to get close to the chair, and takes the hit and gets the rescue off a little bit early, actually, because this is a mercenary on the chair. But unfortunately, he couldn't wait any longer, and now the patient ends up going down. So we're going to have a bit of a switch here. Patient is now going to take mercenary's spot on this chair. Whew, my gosh. So far, very, very much in the hunter's favor in this game. Let's see what the survivor's next move is. If they can even get one survivor out at this point, it might be good for them. For the hunter, it looks like he was scoping out the cipher that was being worked on before coming back towards the chair. We can see that female dancer, the only survivor left in the game who has full health, is coming by to rescue, drops that music box, and is going to the chair. Oh! Ooh! Avoided that hit here from the patient. Oh! He does have to take the terror shock, though, at the window. My gosh. I feel like... Oh my gosh. Long got terror shocked earlier as well, vaulting the pallet, and I was like, there's no way. Like, I didn't think he would get terror shocked from that distance, but the thing is, like, the opera singer moves so quickly that this distance that you normally think would be safe is not safe to vault at all. So I feel like that would definitely take some time to get used to as a survivor. My gosh. All right. So Iron here is now being hunted down from the survivor. And Hunter comes back to camp the chair as well. You can see some of Opera Singer's abilities come into play to allow for that flexibility for the camping. And moving quite quickly here to catch up on the female dancer who has been spotted as well. And she is going to go down here. My gosh, we see that the patient had gone off to the manor as well because nobody could rescue him. And now female dancer is going to be the next one. Hunter just continuously prevents these ciphers from being decoded using that abnormal and getting those downs onto the survivor. We can see that Choi is super skilled on this opera singer. The way he moves as well, it's just so smooth. We can see that he has had a lot of practice for sure. All right. Zooming from shadow to shadow, trying to find that last survivor there who is still standing. That is a mercenary. We saw that he did heal himself up because he found a syringe. Checking up on the female dancer and also making sure nobody is going to heal her. Female dancer hasn't gotten up from healing. She's going to stay onto the ground for now and let the mercenary take control of things. Mercenary, we can see he's actually searching another chest here. And he has a magic wand this time. All right, let's see what the move is. Looks like he's been spotted anyway, so he is going to have to take this chase here. Female dancer has gotten up, is decoding. Can he catch up? Oh, does have to take the first hit there. Still has a magic wand. Can he buy just a little bit more time? Oh, teleport here though comes into play. And this female dancer has a pocket watch, but she gets downed while using the pocket watch. My gosh, it seems like first officer's pocket watch is no threat to opera singers. Okay, mercenary here manages to stay alive for a moment longer here. Female dancer has no self-heal, so she's stuck onto the ground, and the mercenary ends up taking that hit that is going to cause him to drop to the ground after his delayed damage. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, it's basically game over. We see the mercenary uses the magic wand for fun because why not? But however, this is going to end up being a 4-survivor elimination for Wolves Hunter Choi. Oh my gosh. That was absolutely domination from the Hunter side there. I think it kind of all snowballed from the acrobat getting terror shocked in the middle of the map, unfortunately. But we can see that from Choi's side as well, the Hunter side, he was really good at controlling that opera singer and managed to really take advantage of the survivor's mistakes, utilizing that abnormal to its full potential as well. So really awesome to see that very strong opera singer performance come in from his side there. And also, you know, the other side, Alex, of course, did a really good job with his opera singer as well. So this is a really good showing of how strong opera singer can be in a tournament setting. All right, we had a very exciting round 1. Let's go ahead and see how things play out in the next round. All right, here we are. This is round 2 of WBG versus Wolves. And as we saw from the first round, WBG did get the loss in round 1, whereas Wolves got that win. So let's see how they play the second round here. We see that this is going to be played on Eversleeping Town. And the survivors have come in with their first 2 picks as Entomologist and the Patient here. Opera Singer has been banned for the Hunter, so we'll see what the Hunter decides to do for his side as well once the survivors finish up their picks. It looks like that Entomologist pick, though, along with the Patient. Just thinking here, Choi does have a clown that he is very good at, the smiley face that he's very good at. So that is something that survivors do have to actively defend against when they're considering his Hunter pool, I think. And they have brought out a character like the Entomologist, which can be a little bit tricky sometimes for the clown to deal with. So that could be one way that they're potentially trying to counter the smiley face pick there from the Wolf side. We see that the third pick so far has been the Mercenary as well. So with the Opera Singer banned, I suppose Mercenary does become a little bit more safe here against other Hunters. And so far, it looks like the Hunter does not like stunners because he's banned the Forward and the Antiquarian. So because of this, the survivors have come in with a Coordinator pick as their last pick here. I wonder what the hunter is going to play here with a forward ban. Interesting. Interesting as well. I don't know if Smiley Face if he would usually ban forward if he was playing Smiley Face, but maybe. Maybe he just really doesn't like to deal with the possibility of those stunners. If the survivors are expecting a Smiley Face, they might also equip themselves with flywheels as well, as opposed to what we saw last round with the knee-jerk reflex, which is a little bit more common going against the opera singer, I believe. All right. What else are we going to see here? Probably a lot of deliberation for the hunter side, because in round 2, it's a little bit less obvious what he is going to play. I feel like in round 1, it's just, okay, opera singer. But now in round 2, what is going to be the move? He has, of course, that Smiley Face, but he also has other options as well. I believe Hermit was one of his other specialty hunters. So he has quite a lot of specialties. Hermit and the Smiley Face. There's also, of course, the Night Watch that used to be super popular, but I think because of some of the adjustments and because of other stronger hunter options, he's not necessarily played as often right now. Oh, so it's going to be Breaking Wheel. Okay, that is an interesting pick on the hunter side. Okay, Breaking Wheel. Well, if the survivors all equip themselves with flywheels thinking that it might be a Smiley Face, I suppose that also kind of works against Breaking Wheel as well. Although I'm sure if they were considering Breaking Wheel, they might have changed a little bit of the team comp as well. But, I think it might be fine either way. We'll see where they decide to spawn on this map here. Breaking Wheel, oh my gosh. Well, I guess it doesn't matter as much for the hunter. More so like which area does he want to chase the survivors at? Looks like he's gonna be towards this 11 wall Dragon Gate area on the map here, closest to Entomologist and Coordinator, I think. So let's see what he decides to do here. Breaking Wheel, my gosh, another very speedy hunter. I feel like that is maybe this hunter's playstyle, this hunter Choi. He plays, Smiley Face, who dashes around. There's Breaking Wheel, who's spinning around the map at high speed. You've got the opera singer, who is also zooming. And you have, what else? Night Watch is a zoomer, zooms around as well. You've got the Hermit, who I guess he also, has potential to zoom around once he has his abilities. So I don't know. Maybe he just really likes very speedy hunters. Okay, let's see how this Breaking Wheel does. I did see that he brought Insolence as his trait, I believe, and Excitement. Insolence as his persona build and Excitement as the trait here. Also does have Detention. So Insolence and Excitement. Excitement to counter the stunners, of course. Stunner being Coordinator, and there's also the Entomologist, who is not really a stunner, but Excitement can work against the bees if he really wants to do that. Looks like we are into the match, all right, and Entomologist is going to take this first kite. Oh, already one spike on the Entomologist. Oh, a slow vault on the pallet there, and looks like that trap actually caught the Entomologist. However, this is a longer wall area. Unfortunately, it was on that side of the wall, so he wasn't able to close in. Okay, Entomologist evading the hunter for now. Let's see how long this can last here. Using the bees to move around a little bit quickly, a little bit more nimbly. So far, not bad on Entomologist juking this Breaking Wheel. Ooh, okay. My gosh, so far so good, but let's see this trap here. Oh, this trap is, this trap. She actually managed to avoid the trap. It looks like Flywheel was utilized there to avoid getting that trap and hit there. So that was a very good move from the entomologist. Unfortunately, she did take another spike just now. So let's see. That trap did not really help too much. Mercenary actually dashed over with his elbow pad to try and body block for this this entomologist here. Oh, Mercenary taking the trap on purpose to help out his teammate. And she lives another day. Mercenary continuing to body block here. Oh, excitement used to get past the bees. And entomologist finally ends up going down just as she gets that 100 seconds on her kite there. My gosh, fairly successful kite for the entomologist, I think. The mercenary, I don't know, maybe it was good after all that he didn't end up getting hit, because then he would be at half health. But that was interesting that the hunter, I guess that spot maybe is a little bit tricky to body block because it's not quite narrow enough. It wasn't quite narrow enough to body block on the hunter. All right, so Mercenary here at full health, ability to rescue, utilize the second elbow pad, and is able to get this rescue now. He is a chip from going down. Hunter going to continue chasing this entomologist here around these pallets. She is on tie turner, so able to buy a little bit more time there. Can't really get on the tram or anything like that, but wasting as much time as possible. Did go down after getting snapped here, and the tram is coming by. Luckily, Hunter avoided the tram, but this was perhaps a clever ploy from the entomologist to waste some of the hunter's time there. So, using her resources as much as possible. We love a resourceful survivor, for sure. All right, what is going on here? The coordinator is coming in for the rescue. Oh, the flare gun is used. Excitement's not ready. There's still 10 seconds on excitement, so good timing there as well with the gun, helping her to make sure she gets that rescue off without taking the damage preemptively. And it looks like she is going to try to potentially body block again for this entomologist around this pallet here, helping to drop this pallets here for the entomologist. A trap here that the coordinator takes, and she goes down. We see the patient is actually nearby as well for any potential support, but it is actually going to be the coordinator who goes onto the chair. So Hunter's actually switching targets here and putting coordinator onto the chair. We can see that the cipher is already primed, so looks like they're going to have Juan here actually takes the place on the cipher. The entomologist is going to be the cipher popper. Patient is on rescue duty right now, and mercenary is, I think, at the gate. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, after the rescue, we see they're gonna continue around these pallets for a little bit, just biding their time. We see patient is already set up at the other gate as well. Well, she's gonna go down and they'll pop the cipher. Right, okay, cipher popped. It is now the endgame era here. And let's see what this hunter can do. He needs to get at least, he should try to get at least one survivor eliminated. Oh, the dungeon is here. Gates are open, my gosh. Oh, she got hit, but not near the dungeon, so luckily, the hunter avoided the possibility of getting forced survivor escape there, but that was really close. My gosh, if the gates, if there was a couple more seconds there, maybe not even a couple more seconds, just like 1 or 2 more seconds, that would have been a dungeon escape for the coordinator. But luckily for the hunter, he got at least one survivor eliminated. Ooh, my gosh. Overall, though, I think the survivors did manage to get the best of him in this match. So a little bit of a payback for how they did in round 1, I guess. A little bit of a redemption. And let's see how the second half of this match is going to go. Okay, let's go ahead and watch the second half of round 2 after a very exciting first half there. So first half, we just saw WBG survivors get a 3 survivor escape against Wolves Hunter here. And Wolves Hunter now has to get, no, WBG's Hunter, my gosh. WBG's Hunter has to get a tie against Wolves in order to take this round. My gosh, this is so confusing. As soon as I see Alex, I think wolves. So this is very confusing to me. Okay, but no. Alex for WBG has to get a tie in order to secure this match for WBG, in order to secure this round. Okay, so Wolves has come out with their full lineup. This is Antiquarian. Oh, taking Antiquarian right off the bat this time. And we've got Mercenary as a rescuer, Entomologist as well. We had Entomologist in the last round, and we're going to see her again on this map. And finally, we have the Patient to round it off. Lawyer was banned once again this time, so no lawyer, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Alex has a lot of hunters that he can play, especially if he only needs a tie. Let's see which hunter he's going to go with, or let's think about what he has in his hunter pool. Strong ones, well, he has Hermit, but I don't think Hermit is necessary in this case if he just needs to get a tie. There's the Night Watch, of course. I don't know if he would consider that to be a strong tie hunter in this case, but there is the Night Watch. There's the traditional tie hunters as well, such as Bloody Queen and Geisha. I don't think Geisha is very good against this team comp, but maybe Bloody Queen, but I don't know if this is necessarily a ideal situation for her, but something you could consider, something he can consider, Anne available as well, but it's going to be Niad. Okay. So Niad is definitely a hunter who is quite capable of getting a tie. And I do remember Alex was very good with Niad in the past seasons. In the seasons where he won championships, Niad played a pretty big role in those games as well. So he is certainly very skilled with Niad. Let's see how he does bring out Niad after quite a while in the professional scene. This is going to be spawning towards the S palette area, I believe. Who is going to be the first chase this time? And what are going to be the persona picks here? Let's see the persona builds. Okay, this is a Blink Niad. Oh, but it's going to be Insolence and Detention here on the Niad. And then 2 tie turners for the Survivor team as well, plus 2 knee-jerk reflexes on the Antiquarian and the Entomologist. Okay, so they've got a backup rescuer this time. Interesting. Well, we have seen Niad do some pretty cool tricks with her water circles when camping. So let's see if we see any of that this time here. All right, so here we have Alex here going towards the middle, right down the middle lane here. Is this going to be 11 or Jelly who is first chase? Looks like it is going to be 11. Obviously, Jelly is not as good of a target as 11 here, considering he's a mercenary. So 11 is going to take this kite. Oh, corner house here does have a basement. Take note. Okay. Entomologist is left her bees behind. Okay, now is on her bees, and the hunter is catching up quite quickly here. Oh, pallet here, but she runs into the bees instead, unfortunately. Continuing to mind game around this pallet area. Oh, gets that first hit onto the Entomologist over this pallet here. Alex managing to win out on that mind game, and we see that Insolence has sounded to indicate the level 1 presence is achieved. She is heading towards the pallets again. Bees here placed. Who is this nearby? I don't know. But 70% humidity on this Entomologist as well. And, oh, blink! My gosh, Alex missed the blink here and unfortunately has to throw the harpoon once again to catch up. Now in this area, oh, Entomologist does go down to a regular attack here. So luckily for the hunter, that missed blink did not result in a huge detriment. More like a minor detriment, I suppose. But regardless, Entomologist goes onto the chair. It is about 2.5 ciphers that are complete at the moment. And this is Mercenary who is currently running around, kind of chased off of his cipher. And setting himself in place for a rescue. Oh, here he comes. Elbow pad was used. And lots of humidity here, but he manages to pull off a nice rescue. Entomologist does have to take the damage though, so she is going to rush towards the corner of the map. Looks like her plan is just to die in the corner here. She'll go down as soon as this last effort is over. Alright, so Entomologist is going to go onto the chair, and we can see that the ciphers are 2 popped and the remaining 3 are on their way. What is everybody else doing? Jelly is kind of in the area. He didn't take any damage from the first rescue, so looks like he's kind of placing himself nearby. So far, just crouched out. The others are still decoding. Is he going to come around the other way here? He has 2 elbow pads if he wants to close in. It looks like he's leaving. Okay, so we're going to have a sacrifice on the entomologist here. They've opted not to rescue her. I suppose even if they did rescue her from the chair, because they still have to pop 3 ciphers and survivors have to run around popping that 3rd cipher too, it is a little bit risky to rescue her because it's not guaranteed that she would live till the end game anyway, especially since she has no bees left. All right. Hunter is now on to this antiquarian who has her full range of flute to work with. Let's see if she can buy some time with her kiting skills here. Oh, taking that first hit, unfortunately. And the chase continues around these walls and pallets here. Oh, another pallet here for a mind game. Oh, she actually gets this pallet stun on the hunter. Nice one there. Oh, Tram is coming too. Up. Oh, lots of humidity, and she ends up going down, unfortunately, to the water. However, it's not bad because the cipher is primed, so it's not too bad that she goes down here because the survivors can come rescue, and they are at full health. Looks like Mercenary is going to be rescuer while the patient is on cipher popping duty. Niad here is going to leave some more water in this area. Oh, Mercenary took water damage, but he got the rescue off, so that is not bad. We will see where this remaining endgame kite takes place. Oh, another stun here onto the hunter, and they pop the cipher. Looks like the hunter's actually going back for the mercenary, who is kiting towards the corner here. He does have some elbow pads, 2 elbow pads here. Oh, first elbow pad used. Hunter has blink available as well, so he does have to watch out. Oh, that blink. Oh, that blink. Alex, oh, come on. My gosh. Oh, elbow pad being used. Mercenary here. I don't know where he's going, but the dungeon is kind of nearby. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, he goes down here at the pallet. I wonder if he could have made it to the dungeon if he... I don't know, maybe not. Okay, well, it was a good attempt. It was a good attempt to head towards the dungeon, I think. But in the end, we are going to have Alex secure that tie despite a couple of missed blinks. So congratulations to WBG here for taking the round 2 point. I believe this evens it out in terms of round points. Wolves does have a slight edge because they did get a 4 kill in round 1, I believe. Oh my gosh, it is very confusing. But yes, these 2 teams' names are going to be confusing me all day long. But yeah, so WaveWall Gaming does get the round 2 point, but Wolves got the round 1 point with a little bit of a point advantage from getting the 4 kill. So let's see what happens in round 3 because that is going to be the deciding round here. Here it is. We are now in round 3. And it looks like we are going to be on Arms Factory for this match here. So bringing it back to a smaller map. Okay, we have Wolves, Hunter, Choi here, who's banned Seer, Forward, Antiquarian. Ooh, we can see that the survivors have actually gone with the Mercenary first. So they really want to lock in the Rescuer this time. And they have gone with the Coordinator and Painter. So double Stunner this time as well. Okay, interesting. And the hunters they've banned so far are Hermit and Opera Singer. Last Survivor ban is going to be on the Patient there as well. We'll see who they come in for this Last Survivor pick. A lot of the all well-rounded characters have already been banned. So, oh, it's going to be a lawyer. Okay, we'll see the lawyer come out once again. Interesting. And for the hunter side here, well, we did mention he has his Hermit band and his Opera Singer band. So again, going for the obvious here, he does have a Smiley face. I don't know if you'll want to play Smiley face on this map, but he is very skilled with Smiley face. What else is there? He would probably want to get at least a tie, especially since they have the small point advantage. So you could go for a traditional tie character as well, like Anne or Bloody Queen could potentially be picked too. Anne and Bloody Queen, that might actually not be too bad against these types of survivors as well. They could also bring excitement if they're particularly concerned about the stunners. So that's an option. And you have the, what else do you have? The Night Watch. Night Watch, I don't know about Night Watch. I feel like he could potentially just go for a traditional tie hunter. Let's see what the decision is here. If the survivors want to counter, they probably still want to counter Clown a little bit, right? Clown and Flywheel, I suppose some of these characters might want to bring on Flywheel if they think that it could be a Clown or a Bloody Queen. Although Knee-Jerk would work a little bit better against a Night Watch. Oh, it is going to be a Clown here. All right, a Smiley face on Arms Factory. This map does feel like it is a map that has more obstacles than other maps, but like I said, he's a very skilled Smiley face player, so I'm sure he will have very excellent control over his Clown as well, even on smaller maps like this. This is quite a treat, though. I love seeing hunters play older characters like this, like bringing back the Smiley face. It's pretty cool to see. He's gotten some pretty good results with the Smiley face in previous seasons of IVL as well. All right, well, what have we here? In terms of spawn points, looks like Mercenary is going to be in the middle. Oh, Painter and Coordinator are fighting over a spot right now. Lawyer has taken the factory. He'll probably be on his traditional decoding duty, where we don't see him for most of the match, perhaps. Unless the hunter wants to seek him out specifically, because it is a smaller map. But looks like he is closest to the coordinator here in terms of the closest target. All right, we'll see who he actually decides to go for. It might also depend on what trait he decides to bring as well. Will he bring more of an excitement build, or will it be something else? Will he bring Blink instead? Excitement, trump card, and detention here on the hunter. And no flywheels, all knee-jerk reflex on the survivor team except for that mercenary who has the Tide Turner. All right. Well, we'll see how quickly this Smiley face can get his down. I feel like, honestly, for Smiley face, it could go either way because it really depends on how the first kite goes and how fast the Cypher Rush is. Like, if they manage to get the Cyphers going with that lawyer, and if it takes him quite a long time to down the other survivors, then he does have the potential to get Cypher Rushed. But if he's able to down the survivor very quickly and also potentially gain some advantages with camping as well, maybe get a double down with the camping or something like that, it could also turn in the Clown's favor as well. So let's see which way this goes. All right, loading into the match here, and he is going to head towards the middle area, it looks like. Adding on some of his attachments as he makes his way over. Let's see, it looks like Long is the mercenary is actually going to take this first kite here. Factory has been abandoned already by the lawyer. Oh, a pretty early hit here onto the mercenary. Going ahead and preparing his rocket here as well, equipping his rocket with all the attachments. And continuing the factory loop. 2 more elbow pads left for this mercenary. Oh, he does have his... Oh, he had his rocket raised to hide his red light as well, and this time gets another hit onto the mercenary with that speedy dash to the pallet there. Nice one. Mercenary is about to go down here. Oh, he's actually going to dash onto the mercenary and get a little bit more presence by getting 3 hits onto the mercenary. Mercenary now going onto the chair, taking a quick look at the cipher progress. We have just short of 3 ciphers that are complete here. Okay, coordinator is kind of nearby. Looks like the other 2 are going to stay on decoding duty while the coordinator potentially gears up for a rescue. Don't forget the hunter does have excitement, so let's see if... Oh, shotgun was, a flare gun was used there and then followed by the excitement there. Can she make this rescue in time? Yes, she does manage to get this rescue off. So at least the mercenary can get off the chair. However, there's no tie turner, so this is going to be a double down sort of situation. Elbow pad is used for the mercenary and he has 1 more remaining. Whew, wolves. Choi, the clown here, going to continue to go after this mercenary. We see him utilize the rocket for another dash. Can he get this mind game around these long balls on the mercenary? He has utilized his elbow pad there. I don't know where he was going, but seemed to run right into the hunter. So he is going to go down here once his delay damage ends and go back onto the chair. All right. We'll have the clown here. Go ahead and cheer the mercenary. We now have... What's this on the ciphers? Maybe if you add them all up, that's about 4 ciphers complete, I would say. Although all 5 do have some progress on them. It is now the painter here who is in place for the rescue. Okay, let's see what this painter can do. Buying a little bit of time here and takes that hit and gets that traditional rescue. Body block here from the painter as well. No more elbow pads on the mercenary though, so let's see how quickly this hunter can down him over here. Last ciphers right now, about 4 ciphers done. But, mercenary managed to... Hunter managed to get this hit onto the mercenary. So unfortunately it doesn't seem like mercenary is going to be able to last until the end game. Going down to 1 more hit here, and we shall shortly see the mercenary eliminated. Somebody is also helping the painter get up as well, so that he is able to preserve his self-heal. We do see that coordinator did use up her self-heal from the earlier time she went down, though. All right, we'll have the clown zoom around here. Looks like he's going to go shopping for some of his attachments for his rocket before heading off to find more survivors. Didn't go in the direction of the survivors that are healing up. Instead, he's going to go for the decoder here, which is a lawyer. He gets that hit on the pallet here onto the lawyer. Now he is off on the run once again. All right. Well, let's see. He is leading the hunter away from the ciphers, but we'll see if the survivors decide to go decode that one versus start a new one. Meanwhile, let's see if he can find this lawyer around this area here. He is going to go back. Checking up on this middle cipher here. Now we have Painter here who has been spotted out. Painter at the pallet here. Oh, what is going on here? He is... Oh! Painter went down due to the excitement there. It looks like he was trying to camp that pallet for a stun, but unfortunately the excitement ends up taking him down. Coordinator has found herself a football, so that's quite interesting. Cypher so far looks like they actually did start a new one in the factory, I believe that is. The lawyer decoding in the factory. Let's see if the clown... Looks like he's just gonna search the area, not really go for that Cypher. Coordinator will be the one in place to rescue. Oh, Coordinator actually got spotted out. Is she gonna be able to make this rescue? Oh, she has that football, so she can get close to the chair and get that off. Thank goodness for that football there that she found. Otherwise, that would not have happened probably. Now, Coordinator now becomes the target, and she has no self-heal. So the hunter can now go towards the cipher there that is being decoded. Oh, Painter is also in the area here. Ah, but he does have a painting. My gosh. Cypher is at 93, 94, 95. Can that Cypher get primed in time? Oh, just manages to get that popped there. Lawyer there does take the dash hit, but, you know, it does not count as a detention hit, so he is still alive for now. And where is this clown going to go? He is going to go for that lawyer. Oh, couple more seconds and he could potentially teleport to gate as well. But let's see what he decides to do here. Looks like it's a infinite mind game here going on between the hunter and the lawyer. Oh, that was a close one. My gosh, this is extreme mind game here. This is such a long wall area, unfortunately, for the clown. My gosh. He is not giving up on this mind game, though. This hunter is continuing on to the chase. And the lawyer, unfortunately, with the slow vault, does end up taking that last hit. This is looking like a tie situation for the hunter, which is not necessarily a bad thing because we did mention Wolves does have a small point advantage over WBG in terms of the kills there. So he is able to basically get his objective in this match. All right. Whew, very, very cool to see that clown gameplay, and let's go ahead and see what it's going to be in the second half of round 3. Here we are, second half of round 3, and we will once again be seeing WBG's Hunter Alex go up against the Wolves survivors here. Opera Singer and Niad were banned, Seer and Lawyer were banned, so we'll have the first two survivor picks come out as Forward and Entomologist. All right. Forward coming out right away. Entomologist. Interesting here. Entomologist. What else is going to be pulled here? Female Dancer just got banned by the hunter as well. Alex here. So Alex here has to try to get a win. What else can he play? He does have Bonbon left, which used to be one of his main hunters as well. He has his Niad banned. He has Axeboy as well. Unfortunately, Axeboy is not really great against Entomologist, so it feels like perhaps they're trying to counter his Axeboy with that Entomologist here. He has the Hermit as well, who has not yet been banned, so that is something that the survivors have to consider if they think that Hermit is potentially a threat. Let's see which way they go. Oh, it is going to be a Barmaid. Barmaid to counter Hermit. Okay, I suppose that's a fairly smart move from the survivor side as well. Let's see. In terms of other hunters, it feels a little bit like, I don't know. I feel like his hunters, if he goes for something like Anne, it seems like that might not be enough to get the win. With Bloody Queen, that's kind of risky as well to get the win. Axeboy, like we said, Entomologist kind of counters. Bonbon is left, and yeah, we'll see if he decides to go Bonbon, actually. That could potentially happen because this is a smaller map for Bonbon as well. There's no two-story. And he does have a little bit of a win opportunity. I don't think it'll be easy necessarily, but he does have an opportunity. And it is going to be a bonbon here that is pulled out. All right. Well, he does have quite a good bonbon, of course. So let's see if he can pull out a exciting bonbon play here to win it back for WBG. I think it's doable, but it's still difficult against this team comp. Spawn selections are coming out here, and we have forward in the middle position. Barmaid takes factory. Looks like we are going to have, what is this here? Entomologist is towards shack gate side. We'll have the hunter fill out over here. Shack side, hunter fill out, shack gate side. Okay. Let's see what the persona traits are going to be here. Now we have trump card detention on this bonbon with blink. Survivors, we have 1 tie turner on the forward. Looks like it is going to be 3 knee-jerk reflexes on the rest. Everybody does have borrowed time, all right? As expected, I suppose. Okay, we'll see how this goes because it'll really depend on how accurate this bonbon's bombs are and how well these survivors can kite. Here we are. Alex is heading towards the middle of the map here. And looks like forward is on the run, having rotated away from the middle area. 11 here, or is it going to be 11 who takes the first kite? This is the entomologist here. Entomologist on her bees so far has managed to avoid a few bombs, but she is closed in by the hunter, and she ends up taking that basic attack here. Looks like we'll see if she decides to stay in this area for the kite to avoid bothering the teammates. Oh, vaulting out, but is going to loop around the area here. Oh, the bomb here, the chain bomb did land on the entomologist. Will Alex be able to get this? Oh, unfortunately, he got pallet stunned, and he has to wait for his bomb cooldown to come up as well. Oh, blink, not happening here. Okay, continuing to chase on foot then. Let's see if this next 2-bomb chain can land. No, it did not. Speeding away here, Hunter is catching up on foot. All right. Continuing to avoid those bombs. I will say the entomologist did a good job of forcing the hunter to down her from basic attacks as opposed to the skill shots, because it does waste a little bit more of the hunter's time that way. Okay. Entomologist goes onto the chair, and we see that about 2 ciphers, 2.5, 2 1/3 ciphers are 2 2/3 ciphers are done here. Oh, looks like Barmaid took a chip there from the remote control bomb, but she does have the wine to heal herself up to full health and is going to take advantage of that. Forward here has been spotted out. Some bombs are going to keep him at bay. Looks like he's not going to rescue before full chair either. Continuing to pressure the barmaid with some bombs at the middle. Meanwhile, forward here applies pressure from the shack side. Looks like he's not necessarily planning to rescue, and more so just applying pressure onto the hunter to keep him around the area of the chair. All right. Well, honestly, this is the advantage that Wolves has against Bonbon, because if they really just need to get a tie in the match to win, then they can just go ahead and sacrifice the first person who goes on chair regardless of what happens. They have the option to do that because they have the slight advantage. Oh, here Alex was trying to get that blink hit, the blink terror shock onto the forward, but unfortunately it did not land. My gosh. Alex, I have seen him try to do that a couple times throughout his professional gameplay. If it did land, that would have been really good for him, but unfortunately it did not. And we are now going to see him change targets onto 487, who was decoding over on this side of the map. Barmaid here, speeding away, not really away, but does manage to avoid the bombs very well. Takes the basic attack, decides to drink the Dublin while she waits for that bomb to go off. My goodness. And continuing to run away from this bonbon. Oh, nice job again. Does have to take the remote control bomb hit, but so far these survivors are doing a pretty good job of avoiding the bombs from the hunter and forcing him to down them through these basic attacks. So that is very excellent on the survivor side. Oh, manages to avoid that bomb once again. This barmaid is buying quite a bit of time for that last cipher to be primed. She does have to take a bomb hit here. Let's see if the hunter can down her before that last cipher is primed. That would give him one more opportunity at camping if he does. Looks like they're actually sending the acrobat all the way to the gate already, because, well, I guess he could rescue if he does go down before cipher prime, but oh, he does. Okay. So acrobat is in the area to rescue. Looks like the survivor actually tried to take a peek to make sure it wasn't the forward. But is the acrobat here utilizing the firebomb? Oh, Bonbon's staying out of range to continue to use those bombs here. Can he down? Oh, no, they don't wait for her to go down. They just pop right away to make sure that she doesn't go down to the bomb hit. And here we see a remote control bomb. Oh, if he... unfortunately, his bombs can't catch up. Let's see. He has to down the survivor quickly in order to try to teleport to the other gate. However, it looks like the other gate is almost open at this point, so I don't know if that's going to be possible anymore. Downs the barmaid here. Unfortunately, it looks like the gate is already open on the other side. So it is going to be barmaid on the chair and eliminated. 2 survivors escaped, 2 survivors eliminated. This is a tie game here, which would mean that Wolves gets the overall victory. Or not, wait, yes, Wolves. Once again, a little bit confused with the teams here, but Wolves gets that overall victory. So congratulations to their team. It was a very even match, though, relatively even between both sides. So that made it a very fun match to watch. But in the end, Wolves does get that victory over WBG. All right, really enjoyed watching that and hope you all did too. I will be watching some more of these IVL videos over the coming weeks. So hope to see you guys tuned in for that. We'll try to bring you more translations as well, but those will be on the slower side. So I'll try to do more of these videos in the meantime. All right. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you in the next video.